challenge for today. I have to order myself dinner in Finnish. Ei. Kiitos. Moi. Fail! So this week I'm going to see if I can learn Finnish in 7 days. Now, I won't lie, it's not like I'm starting from scratch. I've actually been studying Finnish already for about 4 months, and I've come so far in that time. But with the amount of time that I've been living in Finland, I think I should already be able to have at least a basic conversation with the Finns that I meet. And yes, I know everybody can speak English, but learning the language of the place that you move, I think is just so critical to being a part of the community, really understanding the culture. Otherwise, you're just kind of forever going to be stuck on the outskirts. So the first thing that I'm going to do is start with learning the 1000 most common words. Typical way that people go about learning a new language is like something like Duolingo or these other language apps. And you just end up learning a whole bunch of vocabulary that in reality you're never going to use. You know, like what animals are at the zoo, or clothing vocabulary, what kind of stuff do you have in your kitchen. Yeah, it's useful and you're going to need it at some point, but in the everyday conversation, that's not the kind of stuff that you're going to be using. So I'm going to take you along with me this week and show you the classes that I normally get up to, show you some of my progress that I'm making as I learn things by myself at home as well. And then maybe, if I'm feeling really brave, trying to talk a little bit out in public at the shops and that sort of thing. So let's go. Okay, so it is Sunday, the first day of my week-long challenge of learning Finnish. Basically, the plan for today is to write down the 1000 most common words so that I can be practicing them throughout the rest of the week. Now, I think I probably already know quite a lot of them, but there's definitely some that I don't know. One of the unique challenges with Finnish though is that because of the grammar, the words change so much depending on what part of the sentence they're used in. So it's not just that you have to remember the word, but you also have to remember how it changes depending on what you're using it for. Now I'm putting my head down and trying to get these stuck to memory. Normally I like to have these kind of lists on the computer because it's more easy to access everywhere and all that. But I've read that it's actually a lot more helpful to commit things to memory by writing them down by hand rather than just on the computer. The other thing that's happening today is I've got church this afternoon. I do find going to church on Sundays in Finnish, it really helps a lot with my Finnish language and even just having some confidence to use it with the people around me. So we'll see you there. So Anni's actually away in Helsinki today, which means I'll be going to church by myself. Hopefully I have the boldness to go up and talk to as many people as I can in Finnish. I'll let you know how I go at the end of the service. So I think that went quite well. Sorry about the audio here. There's wind and I haven't got my microphone on me. But yeah, I sat next to a lady, maybe in her 40s or 50s, and got chatting with her, all in Finnish. I asked, onko tämä tuulivapaa? And then I asked, ootko Turusta? And mikä sun nimi on? Yeah, and I said, olen Australiasta. And I think I understood most of what she was saying, which was, I was pretty happy with myself. I told her mä vain puhu vähän suomea, and she was accommodating, so that was nice. Then other people I chatted to were people I'd talked to before, and they knew that I speak English. So, but yeah, progress made, I'll say. So the way that I'm going to spend most of my time this week learning Finnish is actually going to be the 5 hours that I spent in class every single day. And so as a class, we're going through this book here, Suomen Mestari 2. I've been finding it really helpful. So it basically goes through in the different chapters. It introduces a new grammatical rule or a few, and then different vocabulary sets as well. And basically after it introduces that new grammatical rule, it goes through and gives you a bunch of exercises to make sure you know how it works. What I have found though is that when you're doing the exercises, it's pretty straightforward. You recognize how the pattern works and you just put the words in that form. But when it comes to actually making my own sentences, it's really challenging to try and remember, okay, what's the form to use in this situation? So probably even more helpful than these exercises is the time that I spend each afternoon talking with my wife in Finnish when I remember, and also trying to challenge myself to speak to people out in public as well. I know that for those who already can speak Finnish, you might not necessarily see the importance of grammar, especially if you've spoken it since childhood. You know, you wouldn't be able to explain all the grammar yourself, you just use it. But really that's the unique thing about the Finnish language, is that the grammar is so important and so critical to determining whether or not you can actually speak the language. Like, you can know all the words that you need to form a sentence, but if you don't know how to use that, like what grammatical case to use, what you say really isn't going to make a lot of sense at all. Like, you know, I of course know the word for home or house, which is koti, but then that changes depending on if you're going to the house, if you're coming from the house, if you're inside the house, if you're building a house, if you've finished building a house. That changes all the time. They're all different, like it's different. So whereas in English you only have to learn the word house and then get your head around prepositions and stuff. In Finnish, you've got to learn that, but then you've also got to learn all the different forms and when to use them. This probably makes no sense if you have no idea how Finnish works, but trust me, it's complicated. So in this chapter, we were learning a bit about hobbies, and then we also learned the minen ending, and that's the exercise we're working on today. Harjoitus 8. Yhdistää sopivat sanat ja kirjoita lause. Anni, how come like in these sentences, like the sentences majasta kuorossa laulaaminen on kiva? Does it mean like
What was the first sentence? Majasta.
majasta? What is that? Is that like a name? Maja?
Maja?
Why is it star?
That's like from her opinion or...
So in her opinion, kuorossa laulaaminen on kiva. Maja thinks kind of.
So you could
Singing.
say Timistä Anni on ihana. So
According to him.
and it's well, like you know, toista Annista, Timistä.
So minusta bussin odottaminen on tylsä. That's weird. That's so different. Nice. Well, homework's on for today. I think that went pretty well. I've got a more firm understanding of this minen form and how that works, how to use it properly, depending on where it is in the sentence and all that. And I also learned about this minusta, sinusta, annista type of thing as well, and what that means. So let's see what we learn tomorrow. Challenge for today, I have to order myself dinner in Finnish. I'm a bit nervous about this because it's on the phone. It's always more difficult when you're on the phone, but we'll see how it goes. Moi, voinko, haluaisin tilata yksi rullakebabin.
Yksi kerta. Rullakebab tulet hakemaan.
Joo.
10 minuuttia, kiitos. Tuleeko muut?
Ei.
Joo, 10.
Kiitos. Moi.
Kiitos. Moi.
Fail! That was such a fail. But never mind. Always improving. We'll get better over time. Next time, even better. So I'm headed to the gym today, and I figured, because I normally listen to podcasts or something while I'm there, I might as well use that time as well to help me with my Finnish learning. So I'm going to record myself speaking these 1,000 most common words and listen to that while I run. Haluan, I want. Tehdä, do, pois, away. Koska, because. Tiedän, I know. Ehkä, maybe. Täyty, must. Siellä, there. Takaisin, back. Paljon, a lot. Kuinka, how much. Oh, and I also figured I'm not going to chuck every day this week into this video because I've been doing a lot of the same thing largely, and I didn't want to just have 5 days of me sitting in class. But I promise I'm making a lot of progress every day. Now, of course, I had to go and stuff up my day of healthy living and went and got some Hesburger in the evening. But I took it as another opportunity to practice my Finnish language. Sorry about the audio here.
Yes.
Voisin go kaksi kerrosateria. Mulla on ruponki.
Joo, löytä vasta mikä juoma?
Coke Zero.
Joo. Tuleeko kahvia, teetä tai kaakao tuolta bonuskortilta?
Kaakao?
Joo, kaakao.
Yes. Sitten vielä muuta.
Maistuisi?
Samoin.
Paprikamaineesi?
Haluatko?
Joo.
Joo.
Yksi paprikamaineesi.
Eli 10,60. Syötiinkö täällä vai tuolla sitä mukaan?
Täällä.
Joo.
So the mission for today is to order myself coffee, speaking only Finnish. I'm pretty sure I know all the words for it, so hopefully it goes okay. But anyway, I'll just improvise with what I do know. Hopefully the barista doesn't ask any confusing questions.
Kahvi.
Pieni.
Tuleeko sulla ihan pienin?
Joo.
Yes. Pitääkö mä maitovaraa?
Joo, kylläkin.
Näin, eli 2,50. Kuitti.
En tarvi, kiitos.
Kiitos. Ja maito löytyy tossa sivupöydällä.
Kiitos. Oof. Well, I think that went okay. I made a few mistakes. Let me know what you thought. Did it make sense? I'm pretty sure the guy knew Finnish wasn't my first language, but he didn't change to English, so I'll take that as a success. Let me know what are some other good challenges that I can do to be practicing my Finnish out and about. So I feel like I've come a really long way in the last 7 days. I'm a bit nervous about having this conversation only in Finnish. When I'm talking with Anni, I really often have to revert into English to get my point across, but not this time. I'm going to be putting out my conversation with Anni soon. It'll be here when it's ready. But if not, click subscribe so that you don't miss it when it comes out. So let me know what you guys think about me talking about this kind of thing. Sharing my Finnish learning is something that I want to do a lot more of. Obviously, I've been learning a lot and I really want to document that with you guys as well. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see and I can keep this kind of series going on.